Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to show you a few new products that I picked up. Some are new to me, some are brand new releases, and I've had a bit of time to use them, so I wanted to give you a bit of a review and let you know if I think they're worth picking up or the differences that I've noticed, the nuances of each product. So let's get started. First product I wanted to show you is kind of a foundational product, and it's the Tatcha Deep Cleanse Daily Exfoliant. It uses Japanese loofah extract as the exfoliating granule in the product, so it doesn't have any plastic microbeads. It is a natural exfoliant, and it's a very fine granule, and there's not a ton of it, so it really works well as a daily exfoliant as long as you've got kind of normal to oily skin. If you've got dry skin, I wouldn't recommend exfoliating every day, but for normal to oily skin, I think you're fine to use this product daily, and it smells amazing. It smells so good. The next product, I'll just work my way up from face wash. I use this as a priming lotion. So this is the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. I've got it in the color Fair Glow, 901 Fair Glow. It is a super light kind of pearly pink shade. I'll show you a little swatch on the back of my hand here. And I usually apply this underneath my makeup. So I'll show you. There is a swatch of it, so you can see how it looks on my skin. It's a little bit lighter than my skin tone. It does help my makeup to go on really smooth. There it is, blended out a little bit. And I like to layer it with a really light foundation, like a tinted moisturizer. So I typically use it with like my NARS Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. That's one of my favorites. And I find it just gives my skin an absolutely gorgeous sheen underneath. And I really like a dewy luminous look, so it really helps. The next product I want to talk to you about is the Marc Jacobs Beauty Shameless Youthful Look Longwear Foundation. I've seen a lot of reviews of this go up from a lot of really big beauty bloggers, and I think it's a fairly exciting product because it makes a lot of it's contributed a lot of new technology. So it's got a self-setting technology. I think that's really kind of first and foremost an exciting new feature. So it basically sets without having to apply a powder over top, and you can actually see it if you dab a little on the back of your hand, you test it on your skin, you're gonna find that it'll dry really quickly. I found that made it kind of hard to apply. So I know that in the Marc Beauty PR packages, they sent out these flat type of, obviously this isn't one of them, but they sent out flat foundation brushes, and a lot of bloggers that I saw said it's not what they typically use. They tried it. I don't think they noticed a huge difference, but one thing I found was you can't drop it or dot it onto your skin and then blend it out like you would with a non-self-setting product, because I found that it dried in place and then I wasn't able to blend it well. So in terms of being blendable, it depends on how you apply it. So it isn't a really easy to use product. However, the coverage is really nice. It's kind of a light to medium coverage. It's not super full coverage, but it's buildable. So you can add a couple layers and go over it until you get the right amount of coverage for your skin. Another really nice thing is it doesn't give you any flashbacks. So if you test it with a flash on your camera, you're not going to get a white glow from your skin. So, new to me, but not a new product, is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I ordered this about a month ago, so I've been using it, and I know that most people, I've never really seen a bad review about it. I know a lot of people rave about it. I don't think it's the only concealer worth using. I think it's really comparable to the Urban Decay Naked Skin, although I do find the Naked Skin to be just a little bit more common sense, whereas the Tarte Shape Tape is a little bit more work. So the first thing I noticed is a little bit goes a really long way. So I can put a couple of dots on and that'll cover my whole under eye. I can take that up over my eyelids if I want to use that as a primer, and then I can carry it up onto my nose, and I'll have enough left on the sponge that I can probably finish my whole face with it. So it's a huge tube, and a little bit goes a really long way. So I don't know if I'm ever going to run out. The thing that I really didn't like when I was purchasing it is that there wasn't a really great swatch on the Tarte website, and I don't know how you can buy it in any other way other than online in Canada. So ordering online and not being able to see a really good swatch made it really difficult to get the right color for me. So I ended up ordering Fair Neutral, and it's too light for my skin unless I'm just using it as kind of a contour concealer. If I'm not using this as a contour concealer, then I can't really use it. But as long as I'm just using it in the areas where I want to contour, where I want my lightest areas to be, so under my eyes, sometimes I use it around my mouth, down the bridge of my nose, and right in the center of my forehead. I can do a little bit under here as well when I'm contouring. But it's very fair, and I have ordered a couple of additional colors, both a little bit darker. So one is probably 2 shades darker and the next is 4 or 5 shades darker. And I'm just gonna play around with those colors and see how they work. The one solution that I found, if I really, like today I've used just concealer. I've put a little bit of tinted moisturizer and the Lumi Glotion underneath as my base. And then I didn't use a foundation. I just combined these 2 concealers to finish off my makeup, to finish up my skin. I like the weight of not wearing a lot of foundation, so putting on a couple concealers to get the color just right works really well for me. And because this Urban Decay Naked Concealer is so dark, I've got the shade Medium Light Neutral. Because it's dark, it works really well in combination with this lighter color. So if you have a similar issue when you're buying online and you find that you didn't get the right color for your skin tone, look at your other products, whether it's a foundation or concealer, just something with a similar creamy consistency, and you can usually blend them together and make a shade that's going to be more appropriate for your skin tone. And if you don't have a light enough concealer or a dark enough concealer to even out the product that you bought, you can usually pick up a drugstore product for $10 to $15 that will do the trick. Alright, the next things, I've got just a couple more products, and they are all lip products. So the first one is the Dior Lip Maximizer Collagen Active Lip Plumping Gloss. It's a lot. That was a lot. Big name. But I think this product works incredibly well. I'm wearing it right now on my lips and I can feel it tingling. I absolutely love that sensation. And this time I bought it in the color Apricot, I believe. Shade 002. I think I've got the box. It doesn't have the color. Oh yeah, 002, Apricot. Alright, and the active ingredient in this is collagen, so it works really well. You can feel the sensation in your lips as they're kind of plumping right after you apply it. They do recommend that you clean off the applicator every time, so apply and then clean the applicator. I don't do that just because I'm worried that I'm going to waste the product, and it's about $40 for a tube. However, it lasts me about a year, so I think it's worth it. I love that product. Oh, and the last thing is I bought a trio of lipsticks from ColourPop Cosmetics. This is the Can't Bear It trio, I believe, and I bought it in the shades Una Mas, Layover, and Gallop. So that's them kind of from lightest to darkest. So this is Una Mas, Layover, and then Gallop there. Gallop's the darkest. So there is a swatch of those colors. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. They're all kind of beautiful nude tones. They work really well with my skin tone. Una Mas kind of has a lot of pink in it. Layover is a little bit darker and has almost a bit of a mauve undertone. And then there's Gallop, which is kind of a rusty browny red. And I love that shade. I personally can't wear a really bright blue red. I have to wear something that's got yellow or brown or a warmer undertone. I find that looks much better on my skin tone. I can do kind of a pure red, but if it has a shade of blue in it or a tint of blue, it doesn't really work for me. So these warm kind of colors work so well for my skin tone. I absolutely love them. And I do find that the formula is really nice. I usually apply it over a layer of lip balm, so something basic like Blistex or Carmex. I apply my lipstick over top of that and it glides on, and I find that the Lux lipsticks from ColourPop They have good coverage. They have amazing coverage. So this is just like one light coat. You can see they're not sheer at all. They have really good coverage, but I did find if I was reapplying throughout the night, they got kind of cakey and heavy. So I think I would have been better off to like wipe it off, put a little lip balm on and start again, because they felt really good, really creamy, really hydrating. And if I put them on just by themselves, or if I layer them up too much, they got a little dry and cakey and started to kind of smear and just did not look good. So I did notice that about them. So if you want to try them, I recommend a light layer of lip balm underneath. Exfoliating your lips before you apply lipstick always helps, and you can do anything like even a simple make it at home oil and sugar scrub, and just, you know, brush your lips, make sure you've gotten rid of any dead skin, put a thin layer of lip balm on, and then apply your lipstick, and you'll have a really great result. And I think that's it for me. That's all I really wanted to show you, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. If there are any products that you've picked up recently that you've really been enjoying, let me know in the comments down below. I am always looking for a good mascara. I've been trying some new ones. I don't know if I'll talk about them yet. I haven't figured out if I'm in love or if they're just so-so. And I have heard a lot of good things about some new mascaras that have come out that I haven't tried yet, so I might have to pick those up as well. If there's anything that you'd like to see on my channel, let me know in the comments below. And if there are any products that you are interested in that you haven't tried, that you want me to try and let you know how they are, please feel free to ask for that as well. Thank you so much for watching.